Hi guys, welcome to this month's Q&A. We're doing it on my boat. I don't know why, but yeah, let's get on with it.
Alright, have you in mind what singles, if any, you will put out, and will it be before the album drops?
Well, yeah, singles usually tend to go out at least maybe 1 or 2 before the album drops. We were just talking about, because we just got the masters back, and we think we've chosen at least 1 single, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
I potentially would like to put out 2, like maybe even 3. It all depends.
Well, we've got a video for one of them, haven't we? In mind.
Yeah, that's your idea.
I love your reaction to that.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I reckon 2 or 3 singles probably from it. I mean, if you're asking us to tell you which songs they are, we're not going to tell you. So sorry about that. It's going to be a surprise. But yeah, you probably, if you've seen us live recently, you will recognise at least one of them.
Alright, so Leslie is mad about medieval/Tudor history and love the instruments of that time. Would you ever consider doing a few of your tracks in a medieval style?
See, I did a bit of research about this, and it turns out it's really hard. So, I mean, I would love to do it, but it would take
You just
quite-
can't.
I don't know. I mean, and the thing is, it's not just about playing ability; it's about actual instrumentation, isn't it? It's like we don't own the instruments, so we'd have to I'd have to buy a lute and a harpsichord and all that kind of stuff. So I like the idea of doing it, definitely, but in practical terms, like we probably had to get hold of some instruments and then probably learn how to play them, and then obviously reinterpret the song. So it's quite a lot, but hey, never say never. Maybe we will one day.
Well, hang on. If we knew people that could play them, would we let them?
Well, yeah, of course, man.
To do it?
If somebody wants to cover one of our songs in a medieval style, then do it. And
If you're interested, please send your CV to...
Yes, please.
Yeah.
To the email address coming up now.
Oh yeah, I suppose I could do
Yeah.
that. Okay, cool.
Would you consider producing a thin waterproof jacket with your logo/artwork on the back?
Yeah, why not? I mean, yeah, if people want it, then yeah, I guess we could do that. I guess I could look into getting a waterproof.
I've had a look round. Not many people do them.
Really?
No.
What would we call it? You know,
A momorak.
Let's just leave that.
Momintosh? No.
Momintosh.
It's a computer.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't be against that. It would just be a matter of finding somebody that would actually a merch production place that would actually be able to do that. I guess you could kind of do it maybe embroidered rather than just screen printed. But yeah, if we can find it, we'd be up for it doing that, I think.
Yeah.
What are your plans for 2022? I think the Swamp is now bi-monthly. Do you plan to play every time, or will you curate?
Okay, well, generally the plans for 2022 are obviously keep moving forward with the album. Now that we've got the masters done, we were just talking about getting a photo shoot done, which is all part of the package that you get together to send off to labels. And then hopefully, obviously, we'll get a label interested in helping us release the album. And then all those cogs will start turning in. We'll get album release dates and all that. We've already booked a tour for April. Yeah. I will be announcing that soon. One of the dates fell through. That's why I've had to delay it slightly. But I should be able to announce that in the new year, hopefully. And yeah, other than that, so just album, tour. And in terms of the Swamp, which we were asking about, you probably noticed we're doing less Swamps than we used to. That's partly because of obviously the pandemic, and we've also slightly changed the way we think about them, I think, which is fair to say, isn't it? It's,
yeah.
We were putting a lot of work into the Swamps, and the idea of it at the start was to grow a community, and then it moved on to the idea of us sort of doing gig swaps with other bands. That didn't necessarily happen. Bands didn't necessarily return the favour, so we took a little bit of a step back from it, but we are starting to get back into it. We'll probably be doing it out about every 3 months rather than every month, and we're obviously, with all the sort of the COVID stuff, it's like it has been not a major priority, but it is definitely something that we still want to continue to do. In terms of whether we curate everyone or if we play everyone, should I say, the next one we definitely have booked is in April, which is part of our tour, so we will be playing that one. But if COVID finally fucks off, then and we start to do them every 3 months, I don't see any reason why we couldn't do ones that we just curate and we don't play. It's just because there have been so few of them recently, because there have been so many different things going on, we've ended up playing them because it's just been such a long time since we played in Reading again. So hopefully that answers the question.
Do you want me to do that one?
Is the hummus challenge over? No, don't do that one.
No more hummus, please.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We're done with hummus.
I would like to know if the band can come up with the best top 5 stoner bands.
Oh man, have we done this before?
I should have done some research.
This
for
feels
one.
really familiar. But see, okay, so I'm gonna not answer that. But what I am gonna say is, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like the scene that we're in is changing. I feel like the scene isn't necessarily where it was 5 years ago. And I think that bands are taking more risks and bands are breaking out of the scene, and people are trying new things and people are adding new stuff to it, and they're the bands that interest me. I mean, I can speak about like my personal favourite band in the scene at the moment is Boss Keloid, who I saw recently
You
live.
wouldn't really call them a stoner band, would you?
No, this is my point. This is my point. So, but
I don't know,
yeah,
I feel like if someone says, "I'll check out this stoner band," I kind of go, "That sounds kind of boring."
yeah.
Like if they're just that.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
subset.
bands are trying to add different things nowadays, and they're the bands that interest us the most. Like I say, Boss Keloid definitely one for me. I saw them recently in Bristol with Tusker in support, and Boss Keloid just played an absolutely amazing show, and they were so relaxed, and they're just at the absolute top of their game. So if by some weird chance you haven't heard of Boss Keloid, check them out. They're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
As Picasso
No,
entered...
it's about guacamole.
Is it about guacamole? Oh,
I
Leslie.
don't like guacamole, sorry. Avocados are basically soap. But fruit.
Anyway, moving on. Next question.
These aren't really questions. I don't understand. They want us to do a bake-off.
No, we're not doing a bake-off.
Nope.
Sorry. Too much hassle.
A drinking game? The mom drinking game? What
I
would it
mean, that we just like drinking, so we
Drinking,
don't
yeah.
really need a game.
be? Anytime someone says a
we-
dad joke, you drink.
We've just come. we've just come from the pub. Okay, so that was weird. The camera just like ran out of battery, or got confused, or ran out of space, or something. Sorry about that. We're back again, though. Don't worry.
What was your favourite TV show when you were a kid?
Oh, that's a really good
Mine's
question.
really easy. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
See, I think
I was a bit old for that.
really.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, it was
if we're
90,
talking
92,
little kid.
93.
I was Thomas the Tank Engine guy.
Oh right,
That's
are we talking that
nice.
little? I mean, I
Yeah.
loved Transformers, man. Like,
I never really got into that.
when Optimus Prime died, man.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Spoiler
sorry,
alert,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, he did, but no, that was tragic. So,
Is there a song you have tried to write but for whatever reason haven't been able to? No, because I joined the band.
a song that you tried to write but haven't been able to. I mean, in a way, yeah, loads of them, because like I write so much stuff, and it kind of, and songs go through a filtering process of like, I'll write it and then I'll kind of be like, if I keep playing it, that's usually where I think, oh, that's something worth taking to the guys. Whereas if I play it once and then don't play it again, I'm like, I don't really think I'll even take that to you, you know? And so, and then obviously play those stuff to you, and then, so there's like hundreds of songs that have never really been finished, but like, it's just like, you know, it's all the sperm in the world that doesn't get used.
Song sperm. Oh wow.
Oh man, that just came to me. Oh, it just came to me. Raj is jealous that he didn't make that joke. He's jealous that he didn't make that joke.
If this was the mom drinking game,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we'd have to take a drink.
Drink.
yeah. Every time
That's
there's
the way it works.
Every time
It doesn't
there's-
matter who makes a dad joke, we all drink.
dad jokes, yeah.
Done that one before.
Mhm.
Cover. Can you tell me the history of how the swamp started
Oh, okay.
and
Well,
why it's called the swamp?
okay. Well, the name of it was just because it kind of fitted in, didn't it, with all the sort of the themes early on. Of like-
Sludginess, right?
yeah, sludginess, swampiness. Like a morass is kind of a swamp, so you know it's our name. It was a pretty easy. Once we thought of it, it was a pretty easy thing to think of. But how it started was back in the early days of the band. We played some gigs for some other promoters in Reading, and without putting too fine a point in it, made them quite a lot of money. We were quite popular, but there was nothing really growing about it. It was just a wheel that kept turning. And then one day I had the idea of like, because I put on shows, why don't we put on our own show, and then we can put on the bands that we want. And people said to me, there's no scene in Reading for like Stoner Doom, and I was like, well, that's because they really tried to put on stuff. And so then it started from there really. It was just an idea of putting on bands that were in our scene and that we could bring to Reading and create something new. And now it's grown into a community of people, and it's wonderful. So there you go. That's how the swamp started.
That's it.
That was quite zen, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
Amen.
I like that.
We're done.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Oh, we're done, guys. Thanks for all the weird questions. It was a bit weird doing it on the boat. I mean, if we do this, do you think the camera will move? Like, because we're on the boat? No, it doesn't.
No.
Okay. Hope you guys had a good Christmas and have a good New Year. And we'll see you next year for lots of exciting stuff. So, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.